How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Piggy Bank podcast, our casual gaming podcast, where we have me, your host Phil, and along with my casual gaming buds, we have Connor Elliott.
Hi, how are you? How you doing today?
God damn.
He's normal today. He's normal. And
All
Tavin
smiles.
Bothel.
What's poppin', players? How we doing today? What's happening? What's going on
Splendid.
in the world of the video games?
Not
Well,
much.
you know, we like to come together here every week, every Sunday, not every Monday, fucking here on Two Penny Games on Twitch, and we record it for our YouTube channel at youtube.com/at TwoPennyGames, and of course, in the description on that video, you can check out our TikTok and all of our individual Twitters. Check us out. Typically, we'll stream from anywhere between like 3 to 5. That's when we start. Whenever these guys are ready.
Monday
I'm off
afternoons.
on Mondays.
Monday afternoons. You know.
Monday afternoons. Yeah.
Stick around. It'll come around
And
eventually.
we like to hang out. We like to talk about video games, what we've been playing, what we hope to be released in the coming week, and just kind of shoot the shit, play mini games, have fun, talk about games. We love it.
Indeed.
I could be playing Shadow of the Ord Tree right now, so
You
I'm not.
could be.
I'm
It's
not
true.
having fun with this
No?
because it's taking away time from that.
From that? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's not your most pressing review that you have upcoming, so, maybe...
The other one's locked and loaded. So
Is it, though?
Yeah.
We were talking last night about how you need to put more time in.
I did. Oh, I put more time into it before that when we were talking about it. Now I'm in a better position.
Okay, I see.
Yes. I'll play it a little bit more, but
I believe y'all are talking about the pressing review for the Game Club.
The Game Club, Two Penny Game Club, that review is coming up by the time you see this on Saturday. Hopefully, if it doesn't randomly disappear again. There will be a new review for Monday up like in a day or two.
who's doing what?
For Dead Cells, which is our new episode of the Two Penny Game Club, which is, of course, is our video game book club that we do monthly. Good times.
I'll tell you right now, not breaking the top 5.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That makes it
Spoilers.
sound bad.
It's not bad. It's not breaking the. It's not breaking
games in our top 5.
Put it this way: it's not breaking the bottom
True.
5 either.
That's
No,
true.
it's not.
You know?
That's an accomplishment.
Hey, those bottom 5, honestly, not that bad video games either.
We've yet to play like a seriously objective. Well, we played Fable, which
It's not like
one
bad,
of the weakest
bad.
ones, but it's not overwhelmingly bad.
Yeah.
It's just the elements that make the game not all that great
It's-
become stronger near the end.
That's a that's probably like beginning of the D tier. You know,
That is, we placed. Wait, where the? Oh, Fable's very, very bottom. Okay,
Fable's
okay.
last. Fable's last. Yeah.
Bottom barrel. F tier is going to come when we do Sonic Adventure 2. It's going to be the only F tier
No.
game.
It's gonna be Sonic
No.
Adventure, the first one.
Sonic
Adventure.
Adventure 2 is going to be D tier. Sonic Adventure is going to be F tier. I understand.
I forgot there's a massive level of quality jump between the two.
Kingdom Hearts 1, F tier. Jack
No.
2.
That
F
was
tier.
not going F tier, Tavin, and you know it's not coming F
Kingdom
tier.
Hearts 1?
Yeah.
I can make the argument.
No.
You can make the argument, but you're not going to win that argument.
It's not going to be a coherent argument.
Giving 2015 YouTuber reaction time vibe.
Which one?
Still Wildcats vlog outfit.
Oh, he's talking Phil with the purple hoodie, which he's worn like every week for the last like 4 weeks. I was looking back at all the like recordings, and it's just purple.
It's a comfortable hoodie.
It's a comfortable hoodie. How he wears
very
hoodies
comfortable.
in the middle of summer in Texas, 90+ degree heat. I don't know.
I have
Tell you what,
coworkers that'll come out with hoodies
I
on.
roll the sleeves up, and I'm indoors.
The first part doesn't matter, but
I
then
sweat
second-
at night, so I don't know. I don't know what to say.
That's you.
Keep your
Now we're
thermostat
getting
at?
into you territory.
What did you say?
Yeah.
What do you keep your thermostat at if you're sweating?
72?
About.
See, that's your problem.
What's yours?
69.
God, you got to bring that up. You got to. Your electric bill is gonna be fucking wild for the next 3 months.
Nah.
Damn. Taking the hit.
Anyway,
I was thinking about bringing ours up.
No.
Okay.
so we were just talking about Shadow of the Erd Tree. Connor and I are enjoying it greatly. Yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm kind of going back and forth between like when I'm in the mood for Erdtree, which is probably like a good 70% of the time. I'll play Erdtree, and then if I'm not in front of my desk, I'll play Thousand Year Door on my Switch. That's like another, I don't know, 15 to 20% of the time, and then the last 10% is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep going through platinum again.
God, you guys is platinum game.
Yeah,
that you do.
I'll throw it out. Well, Shadow of the Erdtree review coming soon. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, notifications, all that. That's coming. It's gonna be these two guys having a blast. But I've been playing a little bit of Elden Ring. Picked up my adventure again. Played for I don't know 2.5 hours on stream, and having a good time. Didn't do really anything major. Fought my first minor Erdtree avatar, I believe they're called. Fought my first one of those. It was fine. Did the thing, you know.
Tree Spirit. No, that's different.
No,
never mind.
Tree Spirits are like the more like wormy ones.
Yeah.
The one that he's talking about. What's it called again? Tree what?
Avatar. That's what it is.
Avatar. Yeah. And they're like big chunky guys.
Yeah, the staff.
He was not terrible. I died a number of times to him, but you know, you learn your patterns and you figure it out and you get the job done. You know, you get the job done. And then what else did I fight? Fought one of the the little like big plates that are in the ground and the like ball worms go to.
Oh yeah,
you enter a different dimension and fight one. I fought this one. He's a fat dude who's got a lot of fire spells.
Yes, Adon.
Adon fire something. Yeah. I fought him. It took 4 tries, I think. So
he one-shots you, if I remember correctly, with that giant ball that he does.
He didn't want. Well, I never got hit by the explosion. I got burned a little bit, but I never got hit by that explosion. But like, you know, he's got a lot of fast combos also that like I just got caught up in a time or two. So, you know, it was just one of those things of like you have to learn how cautious you need to be versus when to get aggressive and stuff like that. So, you know, you just dial that in real quick and you're real good. And then and of course, I'm using magic spells. So like I can fuck off, roll away, and then just blast him with some magic and then come back in, get a couple of hits in, roll away again. That type of work. Other than that, Dead Cells. Other than that, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, continuing that platinum journey. It never fucking ends ever. Right now, I'm stuck. I'm hard stuck on the Cactar Crush minigame.
Still?
Oh yeah, man. I don't know how to do it. The best I can get is like I need a target score of like 6,000 points. Best I can do is 4,900.
Damn.
Yeah, so 8 or 900 somewhere around there. So yeah, I can't even break 5,000. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to resort to like looking up a guide on how to cheese it or something like that, which I've done for a couple of different fights and things. I did it a lot for some of the alternate Queen's Blood minigames, like there's a survival minigame in the Golden Saucer where it's not about winning the round. You have to win. First, you have to win 3. Your score continues across 3 rounds, and each round has a gimmick to it. So like different cards will be in play, and then there's one where it's 5 rounds. And the gimmick about that is as you play, you don't draw cards. At the beginning of the round, you draw a full hand. But as you're playing, you're not drawing cards. So you're doing the tricky balance of playing your cards, but running out of cards and making sure you have enough cards for the next round. But the survival mode, that's 5 rounds. Round 4 and 5, you don't draw cards at all. So you have to keep a build up of the first 3 rounds, keep your score up so that you're not getting trounced out, and then figuring out the formula for those last 2. It was just a thing where I was like, someone online, give me a deck build. What is the best deck build for this? Found a round by round guide with it, and I was like, all right, this works. Cool. I'm with that. And
played enough Queen's Blood by that point.
Yeah, dude. I've played probably 15 hours of Queen's Blood. Like, enough to where Queen's Blood could show up on my top 10 of the year if I really wanted to push for that.
Pretty impressive that that's in a whole game.
I would allow an honorable mention slot, like
yeah, right? Yeah. Like hey, shout out to and honestly, it's fun. It's a good time.
Very fun.
It's a good time when it's like normal Queen's Blood. When they start fucking with the rules, I was like, I'm not having a good time anymore.
Connor, I've DM'd you. Can you check that for me real quick?
Last thing I want to throw out there, Phil, I have to apologize to you, my friend.
Yeah.
Last week and a half ago, probably at this point, we were doing little speed runs of Sly Cooper levels and so forth.
Oh, you bitch.
Yeah, yesterday was listen, I'll be real. I'll be real for a second, all right? Not the best mental health week for Tavin, all right? Having a bad mental health week for Tavin, all right? Needed some comfort food last night, Phil, so I just beat the game. I played the last 3 levels and just beat the game. You know.
Jesus.
Yeah. So like, don't have the platinum trophy yet. I got to go back and there's like bonus trophies in it that weren't in the HD collection, which I'm actually really glad that these things exist because it shows that they like put a little bit of effort into this port / emulation. So I've got to just go back, do random things in random levels. Should take probably about 15-20 minutes to knock them all out. Good time.
It's like a great game, I think.
It's a good to pretty good game.
I mean, it's a childhood game, so it basically is great.
Well, I didn't play it when I was a child.
Oh, you didn't?
No, my first Sly game was 3, and then I went back and did 2, and then I was 2 and 3 for years, and it wasn't until I was like 18 that I first played the first game, and it's different. It's still good. It's got a lot of charm.
It sounds so similar to my journey with like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that weird thing where you play games and like you just grabbing random ones, you know. And then I'm trying to think. My thing with Sly 1 is like it's a lot more attuned to the other platform character mascot platformers of its time, 3D platformer mascot characters. Like it takes a lot of inspiration from Crash Bandicoot. It takes a lot of inspiration from like kind of like a Spyro the Dragon is. Spyro's a little more open. But I think what makes Sly unique, at least on the first game, is it cares much more about its story. I'm not saying its story is great. It's serviceable. But it cares much more than those other games do. And it's got a lot more charm, I think. I think it is much more... It just seems to have a lot more character than the other games. Where it's lacking is its polish. A lot of the lighting isn't great. Much of the sound mixing is flat out terrible. And, you know, some of its level design leaves a lot to be desired, but there are moments of, like, greatness. They're really trying to elicit a tone and a, like, general theme through the game, and I think they work really well in that. But just some of the more, like, polish areas of, like, what makes a great game, it falls quite short in that.
I see.
Pretty bad boss design, I would argue, just across the board.
The first Crash game I played was like the third one. How Sly was your third one?
Yeah.
Yep. And then Spyro, I played the first one, and then the third one. And then, like you said, I didn't play the second one until I was much older.
I think Ratchet, I went 2-1-3. I think that's how I did.
Oh, I went 1 straight to 3 in that one too, just like Spyro.
Interesting. 2, the best of them.
And I agree.
There you go.
Well, I don't agree that it's the best. I agree that it's my favorite, but 3 is
of those.
the
3
better
is
playing game.
No.
Yeah,
but we'll get there one day. Game Club.
We will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want this motherfucker to play these games. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's
agree.
what you guys
I
want.
Connor to play Ratchet and Clank and get out of his bubble. You know,
I'm saying. I think you would enjoy Ratchet.
I did play a little bit of Ratchet 1.
Didn't you play the remake?
Ratchet 1 or the remake? Yeah.
But didn't you like switch it back to the old graphics when you let me play it?
Not a thing that happens.
That's not a thing that happens?
That wasn't a thing. No.
You definitely made me play the old one at one point.
No. I mean, maybe I did make you play the old one, but the remake version, I feel like that's what you're thinking.
You made me
of.
play that.
Yeah.
I know, but I think...
that's a different game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me that at the time. I mean, it was tied into a movie.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why they justified that.
Third act is entirely different. Some levels are changed entirely.
Yeah.
Some are fully, like, that's the level again, which is great. But, you know, other ones are... Some of them, like, change, but in ways that make sense. So, like, there's a planet that's under attack from the bad guys in the first one. And it's a planet that's, like, constantly in rain. Like, there's a rainstorm happening 24/7.
Battalia.
Yeah. And in the remake, it's a snow planet. And it kind of makes a little bit more sense to go that route as opposed to the route that they went in the original game.
But Rain World sounds cooler.
It is.
I would agree with
Oh.
you, Connor. I think it is cooler. Yeah.
So it just made sense because it was a different, like, icy
I forget why I felt that way.
Yeah.
I think it was like they like some planets like didn't make the cut, so they would like combine elements of things. They would combine what you remembered from the original game and would combine those elements to kind of make the best case scenario with what they were doing.
The train sequence and
Yeah, they like improve. No, the train sequence is mostly the same, isn't it?
yeah, I'm saying they take the elements that you remember and they
Yes, yeah.
yeah.
Which like
Yeah, like I remember that big train sequence. I remember in that originally rainy planet, now snow planet, you have to fight those big tanks.
yeah,
So, they bring those in. You have like the magnet boot tracks that you follow.
yeah.
So technically it's a reboot rather than a remake.
It's
changes
one
what
of those like
happens.
tricky things where it's too close to the original, but then they go left because it's a movie thing. But then they framed the story within the idea that it's not Ratchet's story, it's Captain Clark's perception of what happens in the first game, but it's also the movie. It's weird. It's one of those weird things that like
It is weird, yeah.
Gets meta.
it's a very well playing game. I like the game a lot, but narratively, yeah, the first one is better. The original was better.
So overall, is the original better or
Yes.
the reboot? Remake? Whatever you call it.
I mean, the remake just plays so much better. Like it's hard to tell. The remake basically plays like how Rift Apart plays.
No, I agree that it is a better playing game, but I think that overall original package is better.
The original
know.
package feels more original. It or like it feels like it has its own identity, whereas the movie tie-in one, like it's like a little bit Pixar and a little bit generic. It's like it's very like Illumination-y. You know?
Okay. Yeah, that takes away a lot of the
That's a good way
charm.
to put it.
Yeah, so it's like you're doing a lot of things on the technical level that are great, and if I show it to a kid, they're gonna love it. But when
It's
you look
not
at
Ratchet
it,
the way that Ratchet is.
Yeah,
how
it's-
people
yeah.
personify. it.
Yeah. And it's a
also,
little bit
like-
more of like what Ratchet eventually became as opposed to what he originally was. And I'm a big fan of who he originally was. What he eventually became is kind of like his just identity of what he is now. Because I think that's where PlayStation had the most cross-marketing happening. Things like PlayStation All-Stars and just characters appearing in other games. It was during that PS3 generation where he kind of became a little bit more kid-friendly and the writing became a lot simpler. And he just kind of lost his edge. And then, you look at things like PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale and, just different advertisements, a lot of the other crossover game type things that were going on during that generation. Yeah, that's just who Ratchet became.
Just influenced it, right?
Yeah.
And what were you saying, Phil?
No, I was kind of gonna get into a similar thing that Tavin was just saying.
Well, we'll play the first one anyway. So
Yeah, we
I
will.
want to know what the reboot's going to be
Your
like. for a
bitch
long time.
ass is going to be forced into it. And granted, if this PS3, whatever they're doing with it, whether it's emulation or whatever, like being able to natively play PS3 games on your current gen console, if that's a real thing that's happening, then we're probably going to get things like the HD collection coming through, or we're probably going to get the old PS2 games through emulation at this rate. With the success that they've seen with Sly Cooper.
I guess because the PS3 is harder to do on that front. So.
Yeah, the fucking
you do
cell
that.
processor, man.
I
Mate,
mean, so like the jump from the original PS2 to like the remake, like the remaster collection for PS3, there's like a number of things that like are a little wonky.
Yeah.
In that collection, and like it only gets worse as you get to the newer games. The wonkiness, like. I'm just talking about that port, that HD.
Yeah. That was a common
collection.
theme with all of the HD collections across the board, whether it's Sly, whether it's Ratchet, whether it's Jack and Daxter. Like, the best way to play those games was on the original console, but, you were just kind of in an era of, like, we'll take what we can get.
Well,
Indeed.
a PS3
indeed.
owner. Oh, yeah. I mean, a PS3 owner should have their PS2 still at that point. So, otherwise,
I think the best collection of games was probably God of War 1 and 2. which were PS2 games brought over to 3. That worked real well over there. But yeah, Sly Cooper, like all the HUDs are fucked up. There's a bunch of like in Ratchet, like the eyes will like go all white, and so they look like they're demented or something like that. And then like HD elements like didn't
the helmets
didn't work.
like make the helmets are like too big for their heads.
Yeah, there's a
weird
lot of
proportions.
clipping issues, lots of clipping issues. So not the best
PS3.
version, but hopefully by the time we get to it, that PS2 classic thing that they're focusing on is gonna start working for us.
Sure.
I
both
imagine
games
if
depending on-
it's weird that they gave us Sly first. I understand Sly
That
is
is
like
weird.
the one that like the least accessible of the big three of that generation, but it's weird that they gave us Sly first. Give us Ratchet. What's going on?
Yeah, I feel like in terms of like the order that I would assume that PlayStation would find them relevant would be Ratchet, Jack, Sly.
Probably.
But did Sly get pretty good sales so far? Because they could have been
it's gotten
testing the
great
water.
sales.
This new re-release,
Yeah.
it is their best performing PS2 classic.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So it really, you should be happy that that's the case,
And
because if it was Ratchet, it's already something that's had blood pumped back.
Yeah, I
into
don't
it.
know. Yeah, I don't know if Ratchet 1 would make a splash, like, because we have Rift Apart, because we have that movie game, things like that. Jack, we have the collection. It still works on PS4 because they ported that one to
Right.
PS4 for some reason. So like,
That's funny.
we still have examples of those other guys. Sly has not been touched in a decade.
Then sounds like they were just making their big brain decision.
I'd be happy with just 2 and 3. We'll talk about it on Gamescast, but man, if that PS3 story is true, we're getting that infamous 1 and 2 pack, baby, and I fucking need that shit. Let me tell you what.
That'd be cool.
Question for you, Tavin. I mean, it's kind of, I feel like it's not that much of a question, but like if we do get like a Ratchet re-release, they're still not going to have a strafing, right?
No, because it would just be the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The only way to go back would be you would have to remake the game. You
Right.
can't just. Yeah, I don't think that's something you can just throw in there.
Because yeah, Connor, the original game did not have strafing.
Very important.
Oh,
Very important.
yeah. Just got to take the bullets if they start coming at you then, huh?
I mean, you just couldn't aim.
Oh, you couldn't aim at all?
Yeah, it was just based off of whatever direction Ratchet was facing was where he would shoot. So
You can zoom in.
yeah. Oh, you can do
aim
like a
that way, but
first-person mode
you
aiming.
can't- Yeah, you can't move while you do it though.
Yeah. So like, and when there's a lot of shit coming at you at once. Granted, the game is kind of built for it, so it's not that big of a deal. But there are enemies that you're like, fucking just aim up, Ratchet. Come on.
I would be taking so much less damage if I could just strafe.
Yeah, 100%. So like, you end up doing a lot of like circle techniques where you're just running in a circle and just like holding down the fire button with certain weapons and so forth. So yeah, good game though.
Great game.
Great game.
Love Ratchet and Clank.
So good.
Moving on
Sure.
to what I mentioned earlier with our little mini games. Connor, what do you got for us this week, buddy?
Well, I got a new game, but it's not really new. I have a game that I do called Guess Who, where I give these guys 10 pieces of information about a video game character, and they have to guess what that character is. Doing that, but this time it's for video games. So, guess what? Probably is more appropriate. Pretty simple. I think I explained the rules there pretty easily.
So wait,
Oh,
are you giving the 10 things like one at a time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Points.
Like a
how are those
Non sequitur.
given out?
Just one for each win.
Okay. All right.
You're going to buzz. Well, you'll come to a conclusion in your mind.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah. We'll
of
lock
course,
in
we'll
it.
alternate.
Look,
So-
little non sequitur is I
Oh.
went to this little secondhand game store that I sometimes go to that I like. That's where I sold a lot of my old stuff. And 2 other times I went in there, I saw that they had a PS3 copy of the Kingdom Hearts 2.5 remix,
Ooh.
and that's one of the ones I don't have.
The
'Cause I
PS3
only
copy you
have-
said?
PS3.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So like the so on PS3 they were released individually. Like the 1.5 had its own release, and then the 2.5 had its own release.
Oh. And then what on
Um,
4 it was the whole thing?
Right.
Oh, okay.
And so the one copy I have right now is just 1.5, and I can't remember if Chain of Memories is on that or not. But yeah, it doesn't have 2, so I don't have my favorite one on PS3. So
Dang.
I was gonna drop by there because I had to go. There's like a UPS store that's right across the street that I had to go drop something off for, and then I went over there, fucking right where I knew exactly where it was. Went over, it was gone. It was sold.
That sucks. Someone else grabbed it real quick. How fucking weird is it that generation is retro now?
Hey, times change.
I mean, that's the
Time to
times,
move on.
right? That it's just us getting older, but like, fuck.
That's why it's
20
important.
years ago, man.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can find it. Well, that was probably a good deal.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was like I want to say it was like $18.
Damn.
It's a good deal.
Yeah. Well, maybe you'll have better luck guessing these games.
Hope so.
As a matter of fact, your reward for that story is you get to go first.
Oh wow, great,
you go.
awesome, thanks.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many games you got?
3.
Okay.
Maybe only do 2, depending on how this goes. First game. You guys ready? Mm-hmm. It's tough.
I'm ready.
I don't know if it's tough. First hint. This is a widely played online game.
I'm
Okay.
locked in.
I'm locked in. Yeah.
want me to
Destiny.
go first?
Hey,
oh,
whoa.
he's going first. He's going first.
You-
Okay, he can go first. He can go first. He's got it locked in. It's fine. It's not going to make that big of a fucking difference.
How much of a disruptive decorum
I
this is.
know. I know.
Destiny 2.
I was also going to say Destiny 2.
I know.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, unfortunately not. Phil, you'll go again this time. Second hint. This game has been going on strong for many years.
All right,
Okay.
I'm locked in.
Strong. You locked in?
World of
Tom?
Warcraft.
I was also going to say World of Warcraft.
No. Third hint. It allows for a highly customizable player character in terms of
All right, I'm
Everything.
locked in.
Sure.
Tavin, you go first.
Final Fantasy 14.
Final Fantasy 14.
Both you get a point.
We're just running down the list.
Yeah, look at you
I
guys.
almost said FF14 on the second one, but I was like, long time. I don't know. World of Warcraft's been going on for fucking ever.
It has been. But good job on both of you. Good job. Very good job.
Just fucking taking shots.
I know.
Hey, you know, Tavin, they say third time's the charm.
Hey, you know,
There you
we're
go.
there. We're there.
Second game.
Uh-huh.
This is a very atmospheric game. It's one of the key elements. Phil, you will go first.
You want me to go first again? Okay.
Well, it
I'm
was
locked
Tavin
in.
last time.
Yeah, I'll lock in.
Dead
Okay.
Space.
No.
Wow,
Well, I
crazy.
didn't-
Deus Ex.
No. But, you know, very, very, it doesn't really give you many hints, does it?
I mean, yeah, atmosphere.
said
Atmosphere. You could be
yeah.
talking about 15 games.
Fucking gnat. Okay. Second, it's a horror game. You
Okay.
kind of seemed like you
All right, I'm gonna lock
did
in.
that,
I'm
but-
gonna lock in.
I'm locked in.
Okay, Tavin.
Silent Hill 2.
It's gonna
Go.
say Resident Evil 4.
Tavin with the second point.
There it is. There it is.
It's not done yet, though.
Oh God.
I thought it would be, but then I forgot we changed how we did it, so it's all a matter of ties at this point.
Okay. What?
Yeah, I only have 3. Because if
Oh, if Phil ties.
Yeah,
is what you're
you
saying.
know.
Got it.
obviously you want to get it right because
I'm in the
someone-
I'm in the lead, but he can tie it. Got you.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Third and final game. First hint. This game has a great campaign and online multiplayer experience.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
You go first, Phil.
Halo 2.
The Last of Us.
Next game.
Okay.
Second. It is the second game in a series.
I'm locked in.
Hold on.
You go first, so
I know. I
we're all-
gotta,
it's
hold
fine.
on.
No, you take your
Great,
time.
great campaign, great multiplayer, second game in the series. See, I feel like it's one of them ones that we always talk about, but all right, I'll lock in, but I don't like it.
Okay.
Titanfall 2.
Here's of War 2.
And Tavin getting all 3 of them.
Oh, hey, look
with
at that!
Titanfall 2.
Nice.
Sure, good job. Now
I
just
thought it was gonna be
skill.
another one of those in the realm of like of a Last of Us. So like I don't know, Dead Space 2 or like what's another one we liked?
Dead Space 2 had a multiplayer?
It did.
It did.
It did.
A fun one.
Yeah. You got to play. One side was engineers, and the other side was necromorphs.
You can play as the
Awesome.
baby.
That's some Gears of War shit.
Yeah, you could play as the little baby that climbs on walls and has the 3 tentacles.
Nice.
Very cool
Some
stuff.
Gears of War 3 shit with Horde mode and Beast mode.
Yeah, I love. Damn, Gears of War was the the second and third game, very good.
What's wrong with the first game?
I hadn't played it.
Oh, first game's good too.
It's mid.
That's why I heard conflicting things. So it seems good to me, but who knows? I don't.
It's a functional third-person shooter.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Well, that's my game.
There you go.
There you go.
Easy enough.
Yeah, easy.
Ran
enough,
right through. You didn't even need 10 hints.
I didn't.
Could have gone away with 5.
Could have done so. I wasted my time. I really did. You don't understand. I was doing the list, and I was like, they won't get past like 6, right? But I don't want to have a mishap during the show, so I'll do them.
I mean, it's a little tricky, like just because of the pool that we work from. You know, like we got to get creative sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's a lot of
Connor,
repetition.
I saw that you pulled Silent Hill 2. Is there any reason why you dropped Silent Hill 2 remake?
But because I started getting a little bit iffy about it. You know,
It's
it's
iffy.
just they showed gameplay. I hope it's really good. I wouldn't even be upset if I missed out on a good score, but just they continuously don't show good things. And I haven't done it enough to talk on the podcast about it.
I can't believe there's games available that are coming this year that look quite quality, and you've still got like 4 or 5 open slots.
Yeah.
Grab them.
Tavin, please. Don't bust my balls, huh?
Because then it just comes down to how many of me and Phil's games don't come out this year.
That's true. Hey, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I actually started playing a little bit of Silent Hill 2, and the draw of that game being the atmosphere just doesn't even seem like it's present from what I've seen of the remake. Once again, just trailers, not even well-made trailers, so I could easily be wrong, but for the sake of our fantasy critic, I didn't want to take any chances.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's why.
Would have been a better counter pick for me other than the Alan Wake 2 DLC.
Certainly would have been.
Yeah. Which came down a little bit. It's at an 83 now. So that's probably where it's going to stay. So
Probably.
you know. Oh well.
Not the worst.
I mean, my logic in picking that was sound, but turns out they're on a roll with the Alan Wake right now. So, you know, shout out Remedy being
just
real
surprised
good.
that
Badass.
you didn't catch on to the role they were on, man.
Well, because their roll starts with Control, which is a phenomenal game, and Alan Wake 2, they followed that up. But all the Control DLCs, like the highest one of that was like a 79.
But were people not hotter on Alan Wake 2 than they were on Control?
Could have influenced
I
it.
want to say they scored about the same, but Alan Wake may have done better. But I genuinely think Alan Wake 2 is a lesser game than Control, like by a large margin. Like the only thing Alan Wake 2 does better is, I guess, presentation, but that's pretty close. But what Alan Wake 2 really blows it out of the water is narrative. And I saw the pitch for what Night Springs is, and I was like, oh, it's not going to have the same narrative backbone that the main game has. Not a big deal. That gameplay loop kind of sucks. You know, it is what it is. So, you know, we're looking at a high 70, low 80. And I guess it's still a low 80, but not as low as I was hoping.
Win some, lose some.
So, you know, it is what it is. I've still got some shit in my list that I think is going to score quite well.
So you say.
So I say.
So he says.
I thought I was going to get away with the best scoring game of the year between either Rebirth or Flight Simulator, but that fucking Erdtree, man, fucking
Came in with it.
shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy for that one. Stole that one.
I'm just there's not a moment from this year that I don't look back on more often than getting to that third spot in our draft, picking my first pick, which was Persona, and then not following that up with Shadow of the Erdtree. Like, why did I not do that?
Why
Not-
did
Did
none
it
of
take
y'all
that
were
long?
gonna-
I thought that was Connor's like first or second pick.
It was his second pick, so it went right to him. Right.
Oh,
after
you're talking
I
because you said third round pick, so you're talking that first round.
did I say third?
You
No,
said
I
third,
I got Persona 3.
Yeah.
And then I said I should have gotten Erdtree after that because whenever I drafted Thousand Year Door second, y'all like looked at me and was like, "Oh, I didn't even know that was coming." It's like, "Oh, I could have saved that."
Yeah, that happens.
And it also like didn't score that heavily.
Paper Mario?
Yeah. It did what? 80.
89.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, it did pretty well.
Yeah, we did.
Alright.
Paper
Never mind.
Mario.
Never mind.
Yeah, it did better than Persona.
That kind of surprises me.
Depends on the reviewer, I guess.
I guess. Yeah. Persona 3 is really fucking good.
I know. Yeah, I don't know.
And then I picked Unicorn Overlord, and Connor thought
Yep.
it worthy to counterpick.
That's my fault. That's my.
I mean, I'll still
biggest
say,
error.
what did that game get?
88.
Yeah, that's too high.
Yeah. Wait, it's too high. Oh,
It's too high.
No.
How much have you played, huh?
Not
He
as
hasn't
much as,
touched it.
obviously not as much as Phil. I mean,
Shut the hell
I've
up.
put over 10 hours in.
Oh, you did?
When was the last time you touched it?
Oh, sure you did.
Oh, it's been probably a month.
Yeah.
You know, I'm juggling a lot of things right now. I'm trying to lock in and knock this Rebirth out, because if I let it go, I'm never gonna get it,
And I never know. I'm never
because
gonna
I never
get
got remake because I let it go. Why are you making fun of me?
Because you're wasting your time on a platinum.
But this
Look how
is a
many
game you
hours
fucking
you've done.
care about.
Look at that. It is, but it's a platinum. Who gives a shit about a platinum? 2 people here out of 1.
You're outnumbered. The number of people who give a
In the
shit about
grand
it.
scheme of things.
Platinums are fun though.
They are fun.
I just didn't think it would. I knew it would be time consuming. I didn't know it would be this time consuming. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I think my clock right now, the in-game clock reads 125 hours. The PlayStation clock reads 150.
Ew.
Yeah, so I don't know where the time discrepancy is in there, but you know, it's there.
Yeah. So it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm speaking of like RPGs and Paper Mario. I'm firing through that game. That game's real fun.
This is the year of the
Come on.
RPG, man. A lot of
just
great
got
RPGs this year.
Yeah,
It's
great
the year
ones.
of the Mario RPG.
RPG.
Indeed, Mario and Luigi, Brothership.
Ah,
Comes
yeah.
in. You know, it's another one you should have fucking gotten.
I did bid for it.
You should have bid more.
You did.
I should have.
Should have bid harder.
Should
You
have.
bid 5. I bid 10. I got it.
$5.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know. The only annoyance so far of the Fantasy Critic has been that you can load your list out with things and then bid on things while you have a list load out full and not drop one yet. Like you can't drop a game.
Well, yeah, they got a conditional drop system of like if I get this game, drop that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of my issue.
That's
It's just kind of
how
like,
I got Zelda.
It's kind of like, well, in the future, I'll just load my game out with lists and then just do that.
Well, you only have so many drops, so you got to be careful.
Yeah. How many do you have?
3.
Yeah.
3.
Seems like you guys have dropped
But
more.
Unless
that's
a
only,
game,
that's only for games that are coming that have yet to be announced to not come this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
If a game gets delayed out of the year, then that's a free drop.
It's a free
I see.
drop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was able to drop Metroid Prime 4
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah. But we're like there's several games that we're fairly certain aren't coming this year. So like Phil is sitting on Hollow Knight until they officially say Hollow Knight is gone. I'm sitting on Replaced until they officially say Replaced is gone.
Yeah.
You know.
Same with like
Yeah.
Metal Gear
Oh,
and Metal Gear and
Delta, yeah.
Fucking what's the other one? Mina the Hollower.
Oh yeah. Probably not coming. Probably not coming.
If it hasn't been announced yet, probably not.
We shall see.
At this rate,
Still 6
I would
more months in this year.
I would expect Delta Snake Eater. I think summer would be a great time for that game next year. Summer next year, I think would be a fucking choice pick.
They
Because
seem
the
pretty
summer's
far
always
along.
dead. Like the front of the year and the end of the year are always so super packed. Like, and I think that's why games like P3 Remake kind of went under the radar, and arguably maybe even FF7 Rebirth, because it's like, well, if you had chosen a better time, you know, you would have really, really packed that out. But it's tricky because a lot of financial years end in like March or April, so you got to get it in.
Good to know.
Game in the beginning of the
God,
summer
what
doesn't
a-
do anything for your stockholders, you know?
It's kind of a general rule to keep in mind.
It's a
But-
real good year we got.
Who knows what Konami's doing over there?
It's pretty good. I like this year.
Pretty good year. Not so much like it was last year, but
No.
you know, it's still real strong.
It's not one of the greats, but this year keeps getting discounted, like as like this year's not awesome. And I'm like, no, this year's pretty fucking awesome.
Very solid.
Yeah.
We got our treat. That's all I care about.
God,
It's my
year
like-
it's the year of Shadow, guys. Come on.
It is.
That's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Year of Shadow.
That's happening.
Get excited. Get excited, guys.
I will not.
But he's the
He's
coolest
playing.
kid.
He's voiced by Keanu Reeves, dude.
I don't think Tavin appreciates the impact of that. Not one bit.
I'm gonna need a gun.
Oh, no, they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that. Mark my words. It's gonna be the best reference that ever
Are
existed.
they going to give him a gun
Yeah.
for
No.
the Sonic movie? I don't think
Oh,
so.
what?
No.
They won't? Come
don't think so.
on. Losers.
I don't know if they will.
They might. He almost definitely will look at a gun.
I think it's going to be like...
Wow.
I think it's probably going to be like a ray gun.
If you're gonna have a gun, go with the submachine gun. That's what
the fucking
shotgun. What does he have? Submachine guns.
He uses like... some like machine
He uses
pistols.
pistols. He uses submachine guns. He uses assault rifles.
I was going to say, I think he has an AK at some point.
He does have an AK at some point. Yeah.
Badass.
I know. Shadow, man.
He-
Make us play that
he
game
sees
for
no
next
fears,
time.
no evil.
What then?
He sees no fears, no evil.
Oh, is that his tagline?
I was making fun of it in my head earlier. I was like,
song.
oh, you're going to make us play Arkham City. Joker.
Anyway,
Because he's in that game.
Tavin
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
has one of my favorite newer games this week.
What is
Indeed.
that?
Gentlemen, I'm bringing back the sound effect game mode. So here we go. I got to change this window real quick so that Phil can hear it. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that. So how this game goes is, of course, I will play a sound effect from a video game. These gentlemen, they get the opportunity to guess for 2 points. It is 1, the game that it comes from, and 2, the sound effect that it is. So they can get a point if they name either of those individually, but like if you name the fucking sound effect, you should be able to get the game pretty easily, So, for example, if I play this sound right here,
Yep.
that would be
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. The you got noticed.
the alert sound is what that is. So there we go right here. So I have a list of sounds right here. Now, of course, I've me and Connor are here in person. He can see the same screen I'm looking at, but I've of course changed the name. It's just sound 1, sound 2, sound 3, so that he's not getting any advantage over Phil.
None.
He has no idea what's coming up. I do.
He might need as many as he can get, but he's not getting it.
He's not getting.
Hey, I won last time.
He's not getting it.
Did I?
Gentlemen, I'm excited for this list. I don't know how we're gonna do in it, but I'm excited for it. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. First sound.
Oh, I know it. I'm locked in.
Where you at, Connor?
Do it again.
Doing it again. So it's a little bit of a varied sound effect,
I know what. I already have my game locked on.
and there's a reason
Yeah,
for that.
I just
alright?
need the entry. It's
I'll say the entry doesn't matter so much on this one.
I mean, you just need to nail what the sound effect is.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, Connor, I'm gonna let you go first, sir.
Okay. Is it Mass Effect reloading or like overheating your clip?
Phil.
No, this is Ratchet and Clank collecting bolts.
This is Ratchet.
the
and
fuck
Clank
would I know that?
Because it's that shit definitely isn't fucking overheating your gun.
It's it's
That's like a
beep,
beep 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 beep.
It was the reloading one, but like the ejecting
Oh, you're
thermal
talking
clips.
you're talking the in like 2 where that's more of like a hiss click.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is 2 points for young Philip here. Now I'll say this one, I couldn't get a clean. This next one coming up, I couldn't get a clean sound example of it. So there's some background noise going on. Because of that, I am going to specify entry. This one is a franchise thing. I am going to specify entry. Both of you have played this game.
Okay.
Very tricky.
Oh my god, I know it.
Very tricky.
What is that?
It should conjure memories. I'm going to play it again.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. Do it again.
Doing it again.
Wait. Ooh, I have an answer. I just don't know if it's true.
As a hint, I would be very easily able to guess this one. Very easily, I'd be able to guess this one. I'll do it one more time.
Yeah.
Hit me again. Okay. That does change my answer, that hint.
I'm
gonna go ahead and lock in.
All right, you're locked in. I'm gonna think out loud now because it sounds like a jetpack of some sort, propulsion device. But that could just be the background noise.
A jetpack, yes.
Connor, I'll play it one more time.
Yep.
Really distinguish the sound effect I'm trying to get you to hear versus background noise. And if you can hear what's going on in the background, maybe that'll help, but maybe it'll throw you off.
It's probably throwing me off more than anything else.
So I would try and focus the main sound effect.
That's my second hint. I'm just gonna, I'll lock in.
Okay. Connor, go ahead.
Spider-Man 2. Like gadget slinging.
Philip.
See, that was my original answer, but I now believe it is the like the silenced, like the non-lethal gun from Metal Gear Solid 3.
I will award 1 point to Phil for this. It is the silenced trank gun, but it's not from 3. It's from 2. You named it right. They're two different sounds, but you named it right. But because you got the game wrong, I'll give 1 point there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he's up 3 on you, Connor.
Yeah.
You gotta play some catch up here. It's still plenty of time.
That
3
was
on
my
you.
original answer, though, Connor.
Yeah,
When you said it, I was like, I can kind of
hear.
hear that. I can kind of hear that. That sounds a little, the wind's going through. That is, he's outside on the big shell. If I had let the sound effect play a little bit longer, you would hear pigeons. Pigeons.
Well, maybe this next one will fare better. Okay.
That was it?
I know
locked in.
what it is, but I don't know where it's from.
All right. I'll do it one more time.
Locked in.
You got it?
I think so.
No, Connor feels confident in it.
Oh my god.
Young Philip, got to find a game.
Is that?
He feels like he knows it. He
feel like
feels
I
like
do.
he knows it. The sound effect.
God damn.
It's a pretty, I'm not going to say generic sound effect, but it's one that you would hear
Yeah.
in other things.
Can I hear it one more time?
One more time.
Okay. God damn it. I don't know what it's from, though.
Phil, as soon as you're locked in, I'll let you go ahead and go first.
Fuck it. I'll lock in.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say what the fuck is that? Oh my god, what is the Outlast when you put the night vision on?
For me, it's night.
Can I get a more specific answer for the sound effect?
For the sound effect?
Yeah.
It's activating night vision.
Okay. Connor?
Yeah, activating night vision, but I think for Splinter Cell.
That is 1 point Phil, 2 points Connor.
Whew.
It is activating your night vision, but it's for Splinter Cell, indeed.
Why'd you
Nailed
make
it
him
right there.
rename the...
Yeah,
Effect.
that's what I said.
Because I wanted to see if he would throw camera in there. Like, if he
no.
said camera, I would disqualify that.
Oh, okay.
But if or if he had said headset or goggles or anything like that, that would have solidified, okay, he's got it right. Even though Outlast, it's not goggles, it's the fucking camera. But,
Yeah.
Right.
say, tomato. Just that level of specificity I felt was important.
Fair enough.
If he had said any other game but Outlast, I would have not cared. Moving on. Sound
It's
number...
the first game that popped in my head with night vision, man.
Yeah. Moving on.
Good game.
Sound number 4. Connor, you closed up. He's only 2 points ahead now. Mm-hmm. All right. So you're getting there. So we have 2 sound effects left. Hopefully you'll figure it out from here.
Hopefully.
Good luck.
Do that again.
I'll do it again. It's real quick. I couldn't. It was hard to find a clean example of this, so I had to get a little snippy with the editing.
Locked in.
Oh,
Connor's locked in. He feels confident.
I'm between two.
Do it one more time.
Fuck. Okay. Okay. I'm
Could be
gonna
wrong.
lock in with mine.
Connor.
Is it Overwatch loot box dropping?
No.
Phil.
I was gonna say, is this like Sackboy opening a chest or something? Or like Sackboy collecting a collectible?
No, to both of you. This is tricky now because Phil kind of has the right franchise, but he doesn't have the right game that I'm pulling from. Kind of has the right franchise. This is Little Big Planet spawning. It's the spawning sound effect, which there is that pretty much that same sound effect is in Sackboy's Big Adventure.
I think for the same thing.
It's for spawning. But I feel like because you kind of got both wrong, but like there's an asterisk there. So like, what do you gentlemen think is fair here?
Well, because to be fair, I wasn't even I couldn't remember the name Little Big Planet,
Yeah,
and I just threw out Sackboy.
didn't even get the full Sackboy's Big Adventure title. I think we award no points here.
I'm down for that.
Of course you are.
Why would I not be?
Just not close enough, Phil. Not close enough. I apologize.
It's okay.
Final sound effect.
Okay,
I'm gonna do it again.
I know that.
I'm gonna do it again.
Do it again. What could it possibly be? The matter is... Oh, wait. Oh, I just had an epiphany. I'll let you know what that is after. But I have something locked in.
Okay. Playing
One more
it.
time?
I'm gonna play it one more time. I know I would get this, but it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. That could be a number of things. I'm gonna play it once more. Connor, you said you're locked in.
I am.
All right, I'm locked in.
Philip, I'll go to you.
I'm gonna say Halo reloading a battle rifle.
That's a good one. For me, though, I'm going to go Last of Us Part 2, specifically Reloading.
Yeah. Yep.
Connor, you're close. But under the same guidelines of what I did sound effect, I can't give you any points for that. And Phil, it is not Halo reloading any weapon there.
I knew it was a reload. I was just looking for a franchise.
What this is Last of Us, the original game, not part 1, because I think it changed in part 1. This is upgrading a weapon at an upgrade table. Where you have to hold the X button down on the upgrade.
Not even reloading.
Yeah. The epiphany I had was that it didn't matter what happened. Phil would win because he would have gotten, even if I got 2 to
You would have tied.
tie up, but he would have gotten the reloading one. But it wasn't reloading.
It wasn't reloading.
Yeah, so I'm like,
No.
Didn't even consider it could be anything else.
Yeah, no, it's not reloading. It's getting yourself a little upgrade. He's tinkering with the weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
I believe in part 1. I don't know if that sound effect still lives or not. I don't think it does because it's you remember in part 2, it's less of like just a menu and him like tinkering with the thing in the back. Like they actually go through and build out the animations of you putting on whatever attachment you're putting on. So specifically, the original Last of Us game.
There we go.
There we go. Phil, up
All right.
2. Congratulations.
The winner.
You wanna give me my thing back? I can't see you
I
guys.
pressed
There
pressed
they
the-
are.
There we go.
Takes away a lot of the
Okay.
personal aspect of this, doesn't it?
Yeah. That was solid, Tavin. I was disappointed that I couldn't get some of the ones. But, I win.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Connor.
Quit comply. I wish I didn't get I wish I got a couple more than I didn't get, but I still won. So
It didn't
Just
matter
take
because I won
take
anyway,
your
didn't
win
it?
with some goddamn grace, Phil.
yeah. Come on, man.
Fucking
I
piece
took
of
my defeat
shit.
in grace, and you can't even win in grace. You're in the
I'm
easier
saying.
position. It's easier to win in grace.
I taste some sour grapes.
That's your own sour
To
tongue.
be fair, let me look at the list again. But I think the only sound effect there that oh no, there were two sound effects there that like kind of went to him, and that's the Ratchet and Clank bulk collecting, and then the little big planet spawn. If he had said spawning, I would have, and if he had said the full title of Sackboy Big Adventure, I probably would have given him those points. But he didn't get either of those, so I'm like, no. That was a tricky one though. It was a tricky one.
So it goes.
So it goes. Final mini game for this week is mine. And
Heyo.
surprise, surprise, it's another hit 10. I find myself like scrolling TikTok and like it's kind of locked in. I get a lot of these like top 10 lists for games like just on my For You page. And so like I just screenshot them and I'm like, "Oh, that'd be cool."
Where are these lists from? Are you also getting that nerdy podcast that is basically doing what we're doing, but no points?
Yes.
All right. They didn't steal from us. It's just a very generic idea that we're both doing.
Yeah.
We just gamified it a little bit more.
Exactly. And this is the top 10 PS5 games.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay.
All right. And now, exclusive or just
That's my question.
No.
Yeah,
These
just
are
on
not
PS5.
necessarily exclusive to PlayStation 5. They
Okay.
are just games that are playable on PS5.
Yes. Okay.
Games that are Okay. I have another question. Are there ports / remasters, director cuts, remakes, any of those things are possibly applicable?
Possibly applicable.
Damn.
Fuck.
That's bullshit.
The backwards compatibility, though, not applicable.
These games have like when you load them up, they say PS5.
Okay. So could have some remasters, could have some ports,
Yeah.
and could have some director's
Is
cuts.
that clear enough? Like if you were looking at your game library, it would say PS5. It might also have a PS4 version next to it, but there is a PS5 version.
Yeah, so
playable.
I'll spoil my thinking on that. A Red Dead Redemption 2 playable on PS5, not a PS5 game, doesn't have a remaster of any kind, right? So that's a PS4 game. Should not be on the list. But
that is
a Ghost of Tsushima / Death Stranding director's cut could be on the list.
correct.
There we go.
Okay, good. Who's going first?
Well, Connor, you're famously terrible at hit 10s, so it's going to be you.
He's really only bad when you bring years into it. He knows the PS5 catalog.
I do. And I'll go... Well, maybe I should be a little more careful with this one. Yeah, fuck it. Elden Ring.
Connor, Elden Ring is number 1 on the list, awarding
Nice.
you
Okay.
10 points. And that's a good time for me to explain how hit 10s work, because I haven't done that yet today. So a hit 10 is where we take a top 10 list from the internet or from one of us, and we assign point values to the entries on the list. Number 10 on the list worth 1 point. Number 1, as Connor just demonstrated, is worth 10 points. And everything in between is inversed. These boys will go back and forth, 5 guesses each, in order to try to clear out this top 10 list. Tavin, your first guess.
There's what I feel to be true, and then there's what the internet believes. So it gets real tricky there, real tricky. When you think of the PlayStation 5, what comes to mind? What comes to mind?
Mm-hmm. What does?
It's tricky, it's real tricky. I'll go with what is probably the best PlayStation 5 game so far, and I'm going to say, oh, fuck, how recent is this list?
I'm not so sure. I will say it's as recent as it has releases from last year.
Okay, but nothing this year.
No.
Okay. That helps.
Oh, actually, yes, there is.
Ah, fuck. God damn it.
Sorry. Stinky.
What the fuck came out this year that's really good? You know? I mean, I know, but I don't know. I'm gonna be generic, and I'm just gonna say God of War Ragnarok.
God of War Ragnarok is number 4 on the list, getting you 7
Fuck.
points.
Damn.
Let me write down some points here.
Oh, I had
Connor with 10, Tavin with 7. Going to the second round here, back to Connor.
I don't know if I should save this one for later or should I just say it.
In this game, it's not always good to save it for later.
It's not.
I would say not usually.
Not usually. Okay.
A lot of great games came out this year or last year.
Just because it'll make it harder for Tavin. No, I'm original. Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3, Connor, is the number 2 answer, getting you 9 points.
Good job, Connor. Good job.
Okay.
And now is a good time for me to reveal that this is score-wise. This is from Metacritic.
Oh, okay. Well, then I would not have said God of War Ragnarok.
Well, you got 7 points.
It did. Okay. From Metacritic. Let me go Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4 Remake is number 7 on the list, getting you 4 points.
Not going to get it done. Not going to get it done at all.
Since it's Metacritic, I'm going to go Last of Us Part 2.
Last of Us Part 2 is not on the list.
That's a PS4 game, Connor. Got a remaster, though.
Oh.
You know,
yeah,
but I don't know, you know. So, not a bad answer, but not a...
Yeah, not the right one.
Not
obviously.
the right one. This Last of Us Part 1 on this list. I can't get it out of my head. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Rebirth is at number 8.
Fuck, man. Not going to get it fucking done. It's what, 3 points?
3 points.
I need you to swing it and miss.
Guess number 4.
I need you to miss hard these next 2.
Guess number 4 from Connor here.
For some reason, I blanked on whether you said this or not, Tavin, but I'll go for it. Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 is not on the list.
That's tough. You know, what scored really fucking big? You know? That's the question. Last year, big contenders. Zelda's not going to be on this list. This is not a PlayStation 5 video game.
Yeah.
We already
I
said
don't know
Baldur's Gate.
why you even brought it up.
We already said Baldur's Gate. We already said God of War.
Do I have any more
We already
guesses?
said, you have one more.
You have one more.
Okay, good.
We already said Resident Evil. We already said... Diablo was like 86 or some shit like that. 88 maybe? Tricky. I'm gonna fuck. I think Last of Us Part 1 was like a 90, 91. That's fucking hard.
Penultimate guess here from Tavin we're waiting on.
I know. See, Metacritic makes it different because, you know, I would have said like Returnal or some shit by now.
I believe Connor right now has 19 points.
I don't like it, but I guess I'll say Last of Us Part 1. Just get it out of my head.
Last of Us Part 1 is not on the list.
Yeah. Okay.
I might be making the same mistake I did with Last of Us Part 2. No, because it's a poor... Yeah. Because they had that...
Go ahead, say Uncharted Legacy Thieves Collection. Do it.
No. What's the score at right now?
1914.
Ooh,
Number 4 still on the list. I can still win this.
Great year.
I think it's actually a terrible year, isn't it?
Let's see. You didn't... That was the other one. I thought you said this one. Resident Evil you said as well, right?
4. Yeah, he said,
I said 4.
Resident Evil 4.
I said 4, yeah.
Okay. Down to the
I gave him
wire.
credit for the remake, but he only said 4.
I mean, you know, if you look at the trademark, it's only it's not called Resident Evil 4 Remake. It's just called Resident Evil 4.
What could this? What could this be? What could this?
And I mean, come on, you know I'm not talking about the goddamn GameCube game.
Or PlayStation 2.
This is not a good. No, I can't do that one. Let's go ahead. What's that fucking game? I have it like in the one in my mind, but it's like slipped away from me.
Will he leave the door open?
Will I leave the door open? I gotta
have
shut
it.
it behind me as best I can, as hard as I can.
Currently, we still have the number 3 answer available, 5, 6, 9, and 10.
Number 3 is still available?
Yeah.
That is
Fuck.
correct.
Oh, I got 4 with God of War. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Better than God
Yeah.
of War.
Let's just go. This is not gonna be on the fucking list. Witcher 3.
No.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is number 3 on the list.
Fuck yeah, baby. Let's go.
It's fucking stupid.
There we go. They had that whole upgrade. Whole PS5
is it.
upgrade.
It had that upgrade, yeah. Which I have not played that
Let's lock
upgrade,
it in
but
for
that's
Connor.
it's a stupid fucking answer. All right, number 3.
27 points.
That's the only one that could have like reasonably beaten God of War, but it was like,
It's not the only one. It could have been some random indie game.
yeah, that's what I was worried about. And it was like, could have been the unknown variable.
Take the pressure off you, Tavin.
All right. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. I'm just gonna say Demon Souls.
Demon Souls is number 10 on the list, getting
all
you
right,
1 point.
Congratulations, Connor.
There we go.
27-15.
I'll take it.
Well
There it
played.
is.
I'll do it.
Well played.
What the fuck
Now-
is this list?
Running through this list, number 10, Tavin said we had Demon Souls.
Uh huh.
Number 9, a game from this year, Balatro.
Why are they?
Wild. That one's wild.
They love that over
Number
there
8.
in Metacritic.
We have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Should be higher.
Should
Number
be.
7, Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Appropriate.
Number 6, we have Tetris Effect Connected.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
That's funny.
Number 5, we have Hades.
No.
Seems
Number
weird.
4, God of War Ragnarok. Number 3, The Witcher 3. Number 2, Baldur's Gate 3. And number 1, Elden Ring.
All right.
Congratulations on getting the top 3 there,
Well.
Connor.
I did get.
Other than Phil recycling content from our competitors, you know, but that's fine. That's fine.
Hey, you just said earlier that we did it because it's just a standard thing people do. It's just a run-of-the-mill thing.
Well,
You liar.
We gamify it too, you know?
We
Yeah.
gamify, yeah.
They're just guessing shit, just taking shots. That's a lame list.
No, it's not.
I mean, like, it's fine, but you're only saying that because you won, but that's a lame list.
No, it's not.
Those aren't PS5 games. Half of that list is not a PlayStation 5 game.
We established what the rules
I
were
know,
here,
I
Ted.
know we did, but it's bullshit.
What are you gonna do?
At least do something cool. Just like a port of Hades is fucking lame.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, but it's Hades, and it's really fucking good.
Hades is a great game. Hades is a phenomenal game, you know?
Hades is among the in the pantheon of games that I've platinumed twice.
And that means it's good.
That means it's great, you know?
It means it's great.
Yeah, nice.
All right, and that about wraps us up here for this episode of the Piggy Bank. Thank you so much for tuning in on stream here at twitch.tv/TwoPennyGames. And, you know, happy Saturday to you watching it here on Saturday, the 29th. There it is. I just had to look at the calendar real quick. And stay tuned for hopefully a Dead Cells. Dead Cells. I almost said interview. It's review. It's like, yeah, we're interviewing Dead Cells today, guys. He's here. Here he is.
The interview. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to look down in the description below for all of our social links, and make sure to subscribe. And, you know, let us know what your favorite PS5 game is, what your favorite sound effect in a video game is. Pew, pew. And, well, yeah, it's a good sound effect. And Connor's thing, which was guess who? Who's your favorite?
Guess what?
What's your favorite video game? Just tell us. See ya. Bye.
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 Get out. Leave.